Hello everybody and welcome to a new series. As you can tell, we are playing the game Hydroneer today. This is a game that I got a little while ago that I've been a little bit obsessed over. I've just really been enjoying it, and I recently was able to get it on NVIDIA GeForce Now. So the game that I had initially was just I wasn't able to record any videos of it. It was just running too poorly on my machine. I had to have it at very low settings, and even when I did try to record it, the footage was very choppy. However, now that we're on GeForce Now and we are streaming the game from a rig that can handle it, I think it's time to start making a series. Especially, we are getting excited for the DLC coming soon, as you see here. Hopefully we might try to dip our feet into that as well. But for now, let's just do a little mini-series before that, and we are going to just see how far we get in just the regular base game. We are going to name this Legion's Sorted Goods. This is not going to be creative mode. I have quite a few achievements, but I don't have all of them, so I want to be able to get any of the achievements as we go along. So let's go ahead and start a new game. And it starts us off right away, right here at Ember Cradle. This is the starting plot. This is all ours. Goes down only a couple blocks because this is the tier 1 dig site. If you're not familiar with this game, I guess I should explain it a little bit. This is essentially a gold mining simulator. You know, there's more than just gold. You know, there's iron and there's other stuff to be found, but just, you know, to kind of put it simply, you dig some dirt, you fill a bucket, you do that 4 times. You do that 4 times, and then our bucket is full. We're going to go ahead and take it right over here to this bucket, drop it off in there with some water in it, and then when we go ahead and scrub it, we get these tiny little nuggets. This one is a gold ore, and this one is an iron ore. So we've got those. Let's do that one more time. The deeper you go, the better the resources you get. That's kind of how this game is. Since this bucket already has water, we don't need to dump any new water in it. Let's get our brush. Where'd our brush go? There it is. And we just give it a scrub. And there we go. We've got something new in here. We've got uncut sapphire. So yeah, so there's gems as well. And these are just the raw ores. We're eventually going to be able to turn them into better resources. So certain objects like buckets and carts and things like that have kind of like this collision lock that you can get on it. Let's go ahead and run up here. So where you can put items in there and they won't actually fall out. To an extent, it is a little buggy sometimes. However, on April 5th,
the more I'll pay for it.
Well, that's good. On April 5th, we're going to be getting an update to the base game as well. We just made 33 schmackles, not bad.
I don't care where it comes from. If it's got value, I'll take it.
So yeah, on April 5th, just for the regular base game, there's going to be an update and a huge quality of life update. It's going to fix a lot of lagging and stuttering problems. It's going to be good. Let's go ahead and dump that in there. We are going to grab... Come on. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. I'm going to grab one extra bucket. Let's grab 2 extra buckets. So it's only 8 coins, so we're going to go ahead and spend that. We got 25 left, but we're going to wait on that for now.
Thanks for your business.
Yep, see, so I can't put this bucket inside this bucket and hold it. So we're going to have to just go and make a couple runs.
Take a look at my goods. Thanks for your business. Take a look at my goods.
We're gonna leave that money in here. It's only 25 schmackles, but we'll pick it up later. We're gonna go ahead and just drop it right back in the water. I like leaving it in the water because then it just automatically refills. We don't have to keep picking it up and dropping it off. Alright, let's keep going. Now that we got 3 buckets, we can speed up the process a little bit. So instead of running it over to the water right now, I'm just gonna keep digging, and we'll run it when all 3 are filled. So we're actually going to be doing this a couple more times because the more ore you find, the heavier the ore you find, you know, the more valuable it becomes, and so we don't have to rush off to the jeweler every time we fill a bucket. So let's just do some work here. It's starting to get to nighttime, so it's starting to get very dark. Do my best that I can to make sure that it's bright enough that everyone can see what we're doing. And if you make a mistake in this game, you make a fun little noise that I have been unable to get out of my head as George Carlin. Yep. So, sorry about that, but good luck unhearing that. Because ever since I started playing, every time I make a mistake, George Carlin is confused at what I'm doing. And that makes me happy. So you may have noticed that our bucket is now glowing, and that is because of a little material called a shard. And these things glow because they provide energy for certain things, certain machines. Kind of useless currently, early game stuff, but will become useful eventually. Unfortunately, we cannot sell them.
To make me some.
Oh, it's a little too early to start accepting missions, sir. The townsfolk will have little missions for you. See, this is farming. He wants tomato soup, and you know we're still doing mining stuff. So sorry, you're gonna have to wait on that. All right, so you know that was probably about 4 or 5 different sessions of scrubbing, and we made 388 coin for that. That's pretty damn good. See, as you can see here, they don't sell, and they can lag out your game pretty hard. If you have a lot of these things all together in a bucket or just spread out on the ground and stuff, you will lose frame rate for it. So let's go ahead and dump that in there. Take these out. He doesn't need to deal with them. Alright, 413. But before we start buying, let's go get our cart, because that will help us carry everything back. We've been running things back and forth thus far, but there's no need to do that. Drop those in there. Why not? So this is our cart. There are many like it. This one is ours. We can buy the other ones that are like it. They're a little bit faster. It's nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop that here. And so now a cart is another thing that has, once you get an item onto it, it has no more collision. So as long as we can get it to stay. That'll work.
Thanks for your business.
So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's do 6 of those. See this thing right here? This is what those shards power. It gives you more water pressure, but that's a whole other deal that we're not even gonna get into right now. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4 of those. Can I buy anything else? Let's see. Let's see how much this is gonna cost us. Got quite a lot of money, but we're not Moneybags McGee over here. All right, 188. That's not bad. Let's throw one of these on. Throw one of those on. Throw one of these on. We need one of these. Okay, so these 3 things that I'm buying will allow us to turn our raw material into smelted material. So here we got a small furnace here. We put the raw ore in this crucible, and when it's all nice and melted, we can drop into this casting mold. This right here, an anvil, we can actually create weapons and jewelry from. As well, we need the blacksmithing hammer as well. That's 105. That's 86. So we're not going to be able to get these right now. How much is the bed? 24. You know what? Let's get a bed too, in case we want to sleep through the night. You know, normally I would just work through the night. You know, just be in the dark. But you know, we're going to be doing this on stream, so 413.58. Can I afford this? No, I can't. Okay, let's just do that. Got 55 left, not bad. We'll just take this and let's we'll leave our money there, because we're gonna spend it there anyway. So all right, so let's get our bed down first. That's that, and let's sleep till morning. You know, it's pretty dark out here. I want you guys to be able to see what we're doing. There we go. Quick nap later. It is sunrise. Still a little dark, but manageable. So we're gonna put these down here. Need a little bit of room for that. Okay, so now we can. No, we can't. Oh, wait, there we go. Now we can put that in there and leave this one out. We're getting the setups of our workshop ready. Okay. So that still needs to go down a little deeper. Alright, well there we go. We got the next 3 buckets all filled up. I don't know why it's not letting me. Okay, anyways, let's move on to the next part, which is the water pipe. And this is going to be the start to our automation process. The whole point of this game is to automate your processes, your mining, your farming, your fishing, to just automate all of it and just have it work for you. It's kind of the goal. That's where the near comes from. The Hydroneer comes from engineer. We're engineering a machine to make us money. So we are just, so this pipe creates this little steady drip of water. That will come out, and that will eventually power our machines. There we go. And we'll have some machines that will do some digging and processing, and will allow us to go and do other stuff. But so first things first, though, we're gonna do, it's not quite automation, but more of a streamlining of the process. So let's first, I put this block down because this ground is not very even, and dropping stuff sometimes can be a pain. Okay, so let's do that. All right, so now I need to uncover this. There we go. All right, so now we have a dripping pipe, a flat platform, and a bucket. So if we drop this close enough, that will fill as though it was in the river. And then I can scrub, and then it fills again, and I dump this in, and I scrub, and it fills it in, and I dump this in, and I scrub, and you get the idea here. So why this is good is it now brings the water to us. We don't have to go to the river anymore. We can simply stay where we're at, dig, fill the bucket when we need, and keep going. Okay, let's remove that from the water so it doesn't get any more water in it. And look at that. We actually have a new resource here, quite a rare one too. This is core stone ore. It's going to be very useful later on. So let's just drop it right here and hope we remember that. But it'll be there no matter what. I don't think any of the items despawn in this game unless you go and do something like this, clear all dirt chunks or clear all raw resources. So even if we do forget it, that'll be there. Alright, so now let's take our next step. Oh, that's right, we wanted to dig this one out a little bit. There we go. Well, I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound, right? Let's just dig this out. We were going to be done sifting, but we now have three buckets of dirt. Might as well. All right, so now we have a pan full of different ores, and we could just put this pan on the thing and sell it like we had been before, or we can painstakingly handpick all the gold and smelt that into a bar, and that bar is probably going to be worth more than the gold by itself. What you looking at? You just gonna watch me? You can help, you know. Let's actually do a test. Let's see. So the raw resources of just my gold sells for 164. Alright, so now we pour all of our gold into the crucible, and we just go ahead and drop it right on top. We can do something like this, where we put this in the way. It makes it nice and clean and even. However, I personally prefer the crucible in that actual thing, at least for now when we're just dealing with crucible stuff. Alright, let's while that's cooking, let's put this iron away. Okay, so now we have some liquid gold here. Let's go ahead and pick this up and aim for our bar maker. We'll go ahead and drop that down. And let's pour in our iron. Get that working while we go up and see the price of this gold.
Might be shiny, but
194.
right to value it rightly.
See? Not bad. Go ahead and make that coin. Whoop. So yeah, smelting it down into a bar, either a bar of gold, a bar of iron, or whatever, will make it sell for more. And if we can get ourselves, might as well just drop this in here. If we can get ourselves an anvil, 249. If we can get ourselves an anvil and a hammer, we can make even more money. So let's go ahead and just buy those. Okay, let's go get our hammer. Alright, so as you see here, the anvil can make a variety of things based on what you have. So you have a bar of gold or iron, and then we don't have the ability of cutting gems just yet, but we will soon. So you can make a ring or a necklace, a sword, an axe, or a dagger, an axe, or a sword. So now we have this iron here. So let's go ahead and pour it into a bar, and let's go ahead and do another price check. So let's take this iron bar and see how much money we can get for it.
Don't mind me. I'm just mooching about.
So this iron bar will fetch us 212, which is pretty nice, actually. We can get quite a few things that we need with that 212. However, if we take it here and make it into something, we can get so much more. So we're just going to make a dagger, because that only requires one bar of material. So we don't want to drop it in the crucible, because that will just melt it back into liquid. But what we do to heat up the bar is we drop it in the crucible itself. And once it's red hot, we're going to grab that, drop it into the appropriate spot, grab our hammer, and before it cools down, smack. So here we go. Oops, that's the crucible. There we go. Or anvil. So here we go. We have a dagger. It weighs 17.7 pounds. It's only made of iron. Obviously, daggers are only made of one material. But yeah, so we had, what was that, 212 that the iron was worth? 290 something?
There you go, blood.
I think it was 212. But yeah, slightly more expensive than before. And doing things like making daggers and stuff, these people will want those. They'll want items made of specific materials at specific weights and specific layouts. And we'll be able to make currency from them. Not.
I need something.
No, I don't want to make your soup. I don't want to do soup yet. Okay, so let's drop that in there. 291.
Have a gander.
All right. So now we're gonna get this grinding wheel.
Find better prices than these.
That's all we're gonna get for now. We still have 207 in there. I'm just gonna put that right there. And that's, we can take these uncut sapphires and make a little jewel out of it, a little sapphire. And we can put those here and make ourselves some jewelry. Let's sleep. It's getting dark. Okay. Alright, So our cart is empty. Nothing we need to set up just yet. I'm going to do some digging. I'm going to make this hole a little deeper. I'm going to try to see if we can hit the bottom, because obviously in this game, well, maybe not obviously, but in this game, the deeper you go, the more precious the resource. The more it weighs, the more it's worth, the more rare the resource becomes. It's all sorts of good stuff. Whoops. So I will see you in a moment. Okay, so we are back. We've done a little bit more digging. As you can see here, we now have, whoops. There. We now have reached bottom. Well, it's hard to see here, but we've reached the bottom there, and we're going to start digging that out. So we have room for our machines. We found quite a hefty chunk of iron, a little less of gold. We found these gems that we processed. In turn, we cut them in. We're going to take one of them, put it right there. Not this one. We also found another one of those core stone ores, which is nice to have a backup. And we also found a cloutium ore. Like I mentioned before, the lower you go, the nicer the resource is. And when you're hand mining, you have, even in tier 1 soil, you have the ability of finding these two resources. However, once you start automating, you need to be in lower soil for those to appear in any kind of significant numbers. So let's make ourselves a necklace. We're going to put a gold bar here in as the centerpiece, and then the iron bar here to make the full of the necklace. And then we're going to smack it with the hammer. And there we go. We have an emerald, gold, and iron necklace, which is going to be worth more than all of the parts separately. I'm so excited to see how much this is worth. This is gonna do us really good. Any guesses on how much this is worth?
Don't care where it
Was it
comes
980?
from.
Was that what you
I'll
guessed?
take it.
Oh man. Go ahead and hit that. There's actually a stock market where we could potentially get an even higher price for it, but it's too much of a journey to do at the moment. Maybe we'll be doing that in a following episode. So let's just go ahead and drop that in there, grab everything. So we have 1187, and
drilled down low for the good stuff.
We can afford both of these. These are the automated machines. Tier 1 limited stock, we can only get one more of them, and the rest of them we have to craft ourselves. But I think we're gonna work on that in the next episode here. But anyways, that's where I'm going to leave today's episode. I'm really enjoying this game. I've had a lot of fun playing this on my own, and I'm excited to bring this to our channel. I really hope you're enjoying this. I hope you're going to be looking forward to the update coming up soon, April 5th. We're probably going to explore that as well. I'm hoping to make this an ongoing series of mine. I have a lot of plans for the type of mines we're going to build and what we're going to do in the future. And because of the fact that we're streaming this on a cloud-based gaming service, we will be able to do a lot more. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for more Hydroneer. If you did, please consider giving me a like, drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take care. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hydroneer. There's not really much I want to really talk about in the beginning. I think we can just kind of jump right on into it. Today we're going to be starting our automation process and seeing if we can't get a system set up to start processing all this dirt into raw materials for us. So let's get started. Okay, here we are back at our plot, Ember Cradle. We've got a small amount of stuff, basics of a workshop going. We've got our dripping pipe and our buckets down there. Let's go ahead and grab this cart and let's go ahead and spend our money right now on these machines because I'm just excited.
Get this here drilled down low for the good stuff.
Yeah, that's gonna be the goal eventually. First, we're going to
Unfiltered water will do a number on these machines.
All right, that'll do. There we go. I love when things like this happen, when you can just get the collision to stick it. All right, that leaves us 435 coins. So let's drop these off first, and then we'll pick up what we need to pick up next. All right, so to work on our machine, we're gonna need some of these pipes. Not entirely sure how many we need, so let's just grab a couple of these. Yeah, that sounds good. And can we afford the hand sorter? That's the question. 165. I think we might have enough. Let's just throw that in there. Yeah, we should have enough. There we go. Perfect. 45 bucks left. Okay, so now we've got these pipes. We can set up a little offshoot. I think I'll leave that one in there. Take this one off. Get that one there. Like that, like that. Alright, so we're still gonna have this water dripping from this platform, because we're gonna be doing a little bit of half and half now. We're gonna be doing a little hand sifting, and we're gonna do a little bit of machine sifting. Okay, so we got that. Let's plop this in here like so. Plop this in here like so. Grab ourselves a little scrap of dirt. Plop it there and turn it on. There we go. Look at that. So now that machine will continuously process dirt and drop it into this machine, which will turn it into the raw ore that we need. So we got our iron here, we got our gold there, and that's just going to spit out resources until the machine breaks down. So let's just go ahead and let it do that while we work on some more stuff. So, like before, oh, yeah, there it is. Like before, we're just going to do a little hand sifting. We're going to open this hole up a bit. Where am I? It's way too dark out here. Alright, so we're just going to do that a bunch more times. We're going to go ahead and let that work, and I will be back shortly and show you what we came up with. Okay, so after a little bit of time digging, I was able to hand pan up all of this right here. Nice little stuff. You can see some emeralds in there. And this is what the machine popped out. So I think the machine's a little more efficient and a little faster than we are. But by doing some of the handwork ourselves as well, in addition to the machine putting up stuff, we increase the amount of ore that we have. So that's good. Let's go get that hand thing set up. This might just work. Alright, let's turn this off for a second. One trick I've learned is that if you line yourself up so you see that the little yellow dot is right above there, if you line yourself up just correctly, you can just double tap E and oh shoot, I didn't want that. It makes picking stuff up a little easier. You're not having to pick something up and then turn around and drop it, and then pick something up, turn around and drop it. So just a little tip that I found that helps. Hope it helps you. There we go. We got a bucket full of gems. And as you see, frame rate doesn't exactly like it. But we don't care what the frame rate likes. We're not here to appease the whims of the frame rate. I'm gonna buy a couple more buckets first. And one of these. Oh, brings our total down to 4 coins. You might as well spend all your money in this early game. You might as well spend all the money that you can, because it's not doing anything if you're not spending it. Let's take one of these. Let's borrow this for now. There we go, that'll provide a little bit of a backdrop. Alright, so now we want to separate these. So let's go ahead and put this on here. And you know what, let's go ahead and sleep as well. Alright, morning once again. Time to sort. Okay. So as you see here, we separated the gold, we put it in the little input section, and when we go ahead and dump this, it will separate all the gold for us. Ready? Yay! See, wasn't that easy? Let's take this and this, and let's go smelt it. And we're going to come back and do the same with iron. That noise tells us that our smelting is done, so let's go ahead and get that. Dump that. Oh, didn't place that correctly. Or that one. Okay. Well, let's dump these. That's a lot of iron. Okay, so we got our irons grabbed, filtered, we got our gold poured. Look at the size of that bar. Let's get this poured in here. We don't have a scale, but I wonder how much that is worth.
Before fabric got here.
Ooh, 1,100 just for this gold bar alone. Wow. But we're not going to do just the gold bar. We're going to make this into something, because turning it into stuff is always going to be worth more. Well, I say always going to be worth more, but I mentioned in the last episode that there is a stock market where you can get more money or less money than the going rate. Okay, so let's drop that in there, and we're going to drop that in here, and we're going to go ahead and get where is, wait, what am I looking for again? Oh, the bucket with gems. As you see in the top, we have a 30-minute countdown window. That's because we are using the free trial, or not the trial, but the free version of NVIDIA GeForce. We are planning on getting the... let's make a necklace. We're going to upgrade into a higher tier, so we will actually have a little bit smoother performance, a little bit better graphics, and much more time. Let's make the necklace part gold this time. Do that. And then smack. Whoo, look at that. 56 gold bar, 68 iron bar, 1.6 emerald. It's nice. 2,383. Whew. Nice. Nice. We're starting to really rake in the money here. Hey, up to you too. There we go. Let's take this off here. Let's move this out of the way. Let's go take our money and let's go on a little shopping spree. We're gonna be going to the next town over, a new town we haven't been to called Bridgeport, and we're gonna go get some stuff there. And one of those things is going to be a new cart, a new shiny fast cart for us to use. And so there's no need to bring our previous cart there. We can just hold our money and run. So let's cross this bridge and go on into Bridgeport. See this beautiful world that we have there. There it is. You can see right there. There is Vulcanus. I don't have the word in front of me, but the new DLC that's coming out. That's going to it's going to be over there in that little volcano. Let me see. And here's one of those stock markets that I kept mentioning. As you can see here, it shows you whether the demand is higher than the normal or lower than the normal. So if it's lower, obviously you're not going to be getting as much, and if there's a high demand, you'll get more. Oddly enough, this is typically more than 100% or less than 100%. It's never at 100%. So this is just basically telling us that it will pay us the normal amount for a bar, an ingot of sorts here. So this is the ingot stock market. There is a jewelry stock market. There's a weapons stock market. There's a processed jewel stock market. So based on what you have, you can check out these stands and potentially make more money than you would selling it at the jeweler. So we're gonna make our first stop here at Itchy Carts. This nice little side area. It's got a little sunken galleon. It's kind of fun.
I'll have a gander.
I will gander. Let's drop that in there. We have 2,383. So we got two choices here. We've got an agile wooden cart, which allows you to turn left and right a little quicker. I haven't noticed a huge difference in this. I don't think it turns quick enough to make it worth it. So I'm going to have the fast cart because I'd rather go fast. So there we are, 740, and it is now ours. We still have 1,600. Let's go check out some other shops and pick up some new stuff. What do you want? I don't want to make you soup. I'm sorry. You're going to have to stay hungry. If you want some metal material, I can help you out with that. But soup? No, I can't. Let's take our money and drop it in here first and foremost. All right. So one of the things we want is a scale. We want a saw. 632 for a saw? Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. So 143. 420. Where did I see 600? Could have sworn I just saw 600 somewhere. Let's magnet on a stick. All right. How much is this? Let's see. 717. Okay, not bad. Not bad. 717. 1,600. All right, so we can afford pickaxe. You know what? Let's do a pickaxe. Let's just dig out. Let's stop hand sifting. Let's just get automated here. 1459. Perfect. 184. Let's drop this in the back. Let's take this home, shall we? Here's a furniture store. We're gonna be visiting this a lot once we start working on our workshop. If you're familiar with this game, you know, sorry, I'm just gonna be going through stuff. But if you're not, I don't want you to miss anything. So yeah, so here's where we can do some logic things. We got, magnets here. We got little display readers. We got lights, a delay timer by 1 and 10 seconds. We got flip-flops, divides. Here's all the cabling that you can do to put stuff. We got little number pads to input logic or signals. We got levers, we got buttons, we've got equals to, greater than, less than, all sorts of things, multiply. Those missions that the townsfolk want, when you complete them, they'll pay you in this currency. That's not the regular coin, it's this little special currency. And in here, that's where you buy the tier 3 pipes that we'll need eventually. You can buy some little displays for your stuff, little displays to put your tasks on, so you can kind of thing, tier 3 shovels, pickaxe, and rake. We got this little helmet thing and some more logic. So we got 2 vehicles here. You have to have tokens for this. This is a little prospector. It shows you where ore mineral deposits are in your plot. This is a hydromole, and it is basically just a dirt tunneler, and it just makes dirt a little hard to control sometimes, and you can really mess up your plot if you don't do it right. One tip I have for that is to go here into your settings, go to your gameplay, and turn off autosave. And then what you want to do is you want to save your game. You'd hop in your hydromole, and then you would start digging around and flattening the ground or making your tunnels or whatever you want to do with it. And then when you're done, after you're done with that, you go ahead and hit save again, and then go back to your settings, you go back to your gameplay, and turn on your autosave. I'm actually gonna turn it in 10 minutes. Put that autosave back on, so that way, I mean, if you mess up, if you realize like, oh crap, this tunnel didn't turn out right, or you just lose control of the machine, it's not saving the game at all. So you can just control F4 and quit. Don't quit back to the main menu, because that will save the game, but you just alt F4 and quit, and then it'll bring you back to the save that you did before terraforming the land. And so that way, if you don't do a good job, or you don't like how it goes or whatever, it's not permanent. So that's my little tip for that. Okay, so behind us is going to be the entrance to the DLC that's coming out April 5th. The journey to Volcalidus. That's what it is. So that is that place over there. We are going to eventually take a boat or take a ferry. From what I understand of the DLC, nothing from this world, nothing from this island can come with you over there. So once you go over there, you're starting fresh. It's a new game basically. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can come back to this world, but it's basically a new game, and you don't have to start a new game. I think you can just load up in the regular, but But yeah, super excited. Oh, yep, so here's the stock market for the jewelry, and that's actually pretty good. 106. That is, I kind of wish that I had some stuff right now. Oh, I should have turned on my machine before coming out here. Oh, what am I thinking? All right, well, let's just get home. Let's get started on some automated process. I don't think we're going to be able to make a necklace before the end of the night, so we're probably going to miss that 106% cost for our jewelry, sadly, but that's how it goes. Drop this off here. Okay, so the scale is important because it'll allow us to tell just how heavy an item is, that bottom number, and just how much it's worth. So that is worth 11. This is worth 21. So that's a much better gem. So I'm more likely to use that gem in my jewelry. Oh, this one's worth 29. Okay, so let's take that one instead. I think that's all. I think we checked. Wait, I think maybe this one. That one's 19. Okay, perfect. Let's start this up. When we get enough gold to make a bar, then we will, you know what, let's put this over here. When we get enough gold to make a bar, we'll be able to tell how much that is worth as well. Okay, hold on, let's turn this off. This ore is getting in my way. Okay, so we've got that set up now, so let's go ahead and get that started once more. And then, as you see here, the ore goes directly straight into the hand sifter, and we'll separate out the different ores as they see fit. It's only going to separate out gold, and then everything else goes in here, so iron plus the gems and all that stuff, but we can always switch out the resource later and dump them in like we did before. So for now, there's nothing really to do. I just kind of need to make a little bit more money. There's a few more things we want to buy. I want to get a gem compressor so we can just take all of our gems and put them together and make as much money as possible out of the stuff we have. So we need a little bit more money for that. And so I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit and let this build up some resources, and I will see you soon. And just like that, the machine stops working. It sparks up a bit, and we know that we need to get a repair kit if we want to continue on with that. So let's go ahead. Just turn that off. There's no need to turn it off. It's not going to produce anything, but I like to just keep things nice and tidy. So let's drop all that gold in there. Go ahead and smelt it. Put that in place. Let's separate out the iron. And let's dump this in. Ugh. Never set the bucket up right with the iron. There we go. Pour this gold bar in here. Let's smelt up this iron. So in order to fix that, we're going to need to get a repair kit, but in order to get a repair kit, we're going to need to make a little bit more money. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a necklace.
You reckon you could get this for me?
Not yet. Soon, though. Soon.
I've only got these 2 machines, but you can make more at ISEL.
So here's what we need. These little tool bags filled with spanners. The tool bag has 5 spanners each. It only costs 1 spanner to repair. I'm gonna repair both of those because why not? There we go. And now our machine is working again. Oh, whoops! I need that there. And that there. Okay, let's keep digging. I've been doing some work down here. I'm not sure if I included it in the footage or not. I may have just skipped past it. But I'm just opening up this little area, make a little cavern, nice space. We're not bumping our heads on the rock. Can't see what I'm doing. There we go, we got ourselves a little headlight now. That'll help out quite a bit. And so we're just going to take a couple of these pipes and get started on bringing the whole system down to the bottom floor. What's the best way of doing this? There we go. Alright, so now let's build our pipe system. That's going to head downwards. I might not have explained what I'm doing. I'm going to be moving these drills, and probably the processor as well, down here. Because like I mentioned in the previous episode, the deeper you dig, the better the resources you find. Let's turn this off while we're sorting. The hand sorters are nice for early game, but they are not really all that great. It is definitely so much better to just get yourself some conveyor belts. Wow, that looks like quite a bit of gold right there. See, this is why it's important to have your machine up and running before you start digging and spending all that time digging, because then you can have it make money for you while you're working. And that's why having it above ground doesn't really matter in the beginning, because you know, we don't need to get the most efficient, we don't need to get the best gold possible. We can just deal with the gold that we have, and then we can always bring it down later. Oh, that one might have been perfect. Oh, of course. Oh, and I didn't have anything I didn't have anything set in there. Well, this is a Come on. This is a perfect chance to use our brand new ore magnet. So let's go ahead and do that. There's going to be a quality of life fix to the ore magnet, which I'm really looking forward to, and that is supposedly once you put an item into the bucket, it will no longer have collision, or it will stop having collision with the magnet, so stuff in the bucket won't come out of the bucket. God, look at all this ore. Oh, so much. We have more ore than we know what to do with. I can't wait for that to stop happening. Okay, so I think how we're gonna do this. Yeah, we'll take that off for now. How we're gonna do this actually is we're gonna dump that on the ground. We're gonna dump that on the ground. There we go. And we're just gonna do this one at a time. Easy does it. Good enough. There we go. That leaves a lot to be desired, but it's okay. We're gonna be getting rid of these hand sorters soon enough for the much better, much more accurate conveyor belts. Wow, look at the size of that thing. The big gold bar. Ooh, getting a little frame loss. Let's get this hammer. Let's nail down these things so we don't pick them up. There we go. Our iron's done. I don't care that that looks all wonky. It's fine. How much is the gold bar worth? Ooh, 1,600 or 1,160. Nice. And this iron bar, 732. All right, not bad. I think this was the second highest gem we had at the time. We probably have heavier gems in there already, but I don't really feel like digging through the gems at the moment. So let's go ahead and let these things heat up real fast so we can make some money. Okay, now that they're ready, let's put that there. Let's put this here. Give it a good old whack. Let's go sell this thing. That is what I like to see. Let's go ahead and get this machine back on. Oh, we need a bucket in the way. And there's that. Actually, hold on. Let's turn that back off. We need to move all of these out of the way. Alright, hopefully that'll be good. Let's separate out iron this time. Oh, needs to be repaired. Good thing we have some extras somewhere. There. We're gonna repair that one too, because that one is more problematic if it breaks down than the other one. Okay, let's let that run for a little bit more. We can let that run for a little more. Let's do some more digging. Why not? Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. We got a lot done. We got the cave dug out mostly. We've got an automated system set up behind us. In the next episode, we're actually going to relocate that down into the bottom of the pit so it can provide some better stuff, and hopefully we'll be able to start making enough iron that we can build more of those, which will be more efficient, and so on and so forth, until we can finally make up enough money to move to a different plot, which I'm excited for. But anyways, that is where I'm going to leave today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for more Hydroneer. If you did, please consider giving me a like, drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take care. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hydroneer. Today we are going to work on bringing these machines down underground and starting on getting a conveyor belt system worked a way up, and then hopefully if we have some time we're going to start building our workshop. Let's go ahead and get started. I turned the gamma up a little bit so it's a little bit brighter, so if the colors look a little funky, that's why I just figured it'd be easier to help y'all see what you're trying to see. Okay, let's turn this off for now. And let's see what kind of stuff we got. You know, I am going to put this block here. Just make everything nice and easy. Oh, I can't wait to not have to deal with the hand sorter anymore. Oh, everywhere except for the pan. That's exactly right. That's exactly what I said. There we go. Perfect. How much is this weigh? It's worth 1,000. Not bad. How much is this one going to be worth? That's also a nice big brick. Also 1,000. Excellent. Let's just go ahead and do that. And we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to smelt these as well. They're just kind of in our way. First, how much is this worth? 18. That'll do. We'll take that. I'm gonna take that and this. Make ourselves a necklace. Nice. How much is this worth? Another 2 grand. Excellent. Let's just we're gonna smelt these just to kind of get them out of our way. You know, the more pieces of shard you have, the more that it has to think about all the pieces of shard you have. So let's just make it one piece that it has to think about. And while that's cooking, well, that's cooked already. So just so you know, you can make ingots out of shards as well. They still don't sell for anything. They're used for powering machines. So we'll save that for once we get that started. So let's get this. Okay, now let's take this and let's go sell it. Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, 106.9%. So this actually sells for 28.17. Excellent, I'll take it. Well worth the trip out here. And I'll be seeing you again. What do you want, May?
Fetch me some scrap.
I don't want to get you scran. So let's buy a couple things first. I know that I'm gonna want at least 1 conveyor. Maybe a merger hook. Yeah, so let's start off with that. Our very first of many conveyors. It's a historical moment in our playthrough. A gem compressor. I do want a gem compressor. How much do I have? 2,000. We can do it. So let's take this, put it right there. And then a bunch of these. There we go. Oh, gem compressor. There we go. Okay, let's buy it. So now the gem compressor is really good because it allows you to take several of the same types of gem and, well, compress them together. And then that way you get a larger gem which weighs more, and when they weigh more, they cost more. And so the idea is that instead of a bunch of tiny 1 pound emeralds, you can make a nice 15-pound emerald for your necklace or your ring. And in doing so, that will increase the worth that much more. Also, townsfolk will have quests for particular materials, a particular ring or a particular necklace or whatever, and or sometimes just the gem itself they want, and they ask for them in sizes that the gems just don't normally come in. So you have to put them together in order to complete those contracts. So that's where this is going to come in handy, but we're not going to set this up just yet. Alright, so we got plenty of lighting in here now, and that's going to be great. That's going to help out quite a bit. Put that there. Okay, so let us get started. We're going to need a couple of these pipes. Probably a T-junction. We don't have any of those. Go grab a T-junction. I do know about this car right here. I do know that we have access to it. It is indeed ours, but as of right now, all I'm doing is traveling short distances that I don't think I need to really bust out the car for. Okay, so I think we have all that we need right now. Okay, maybe we don't need this here. Maybe do that. I want to find the best usage of these pipes and put them in the appropriate areas. Okay, we're gonna have to move that. That's okay though. Okay, so this line is going to have the conveyor belts right here. And this right here, this line is going to have the drills. Okay. Yeah, I need another conveyor belt. Okay, how am I gonna do this? I need to get another conveyor belt first. I think before anything else, Conveyor Nation.
Come have a gander.
Can I afford all this? Please, please, please. I cannot, so let's take one of those off. Just leave it there for now. Ooh, conveyor belts are expensive. Good thing we've got a moneymaker set up. Okay, back home with our conveyors. So let's put some of these in place. There we go. I just need two more verticals, a couple more straight, and we will be in business. All right, we're getting close, Let's nail these down. Okay, that's all good. Oh shoot, I don't know if the drill can dig right here. Okay, one more. We just need one more. Well, we can't afford one more. So we're going to make the best with what we have. We're gonna repurpose this one. We're gonna try that. We'll see if that works. We may end up having to readjust these all anyways. And survey says there we go. There we go, now we're cooking. Alright, so hopefully it'll just launch right into the bucket. No, it did not. Okay, so I got this set up. It's gonna be pumping out ore as long as that is working, so we might have to hit it with a repair kit soon enough. But yeah, now that it is lower, it's underground, it's at the bottom of the plot. This plot only goes down to tier 1, so this is at the bottom of tier 1 soil. It's going to be making the best dirt possible for us. It's going to be the heaviest, it's going to be the rarest, it's going to be the most expensive resources that come out of here. The goal is to put a conveyor belt right here and have all the ore be brought up to the surface, where we will eventually build a resource separating system to better organize all of our goodies. So I'm going to let this sit and run. I'm going to do a little AFK mining, be repairing the machines as they go, but let's just see what kind of money that this thing can produce. We're going to need a whole bunch of more funds if we want to buy more conveyor belts. We're in a dangerous situation right here because we got to make sure that we don't lock ourselves out. If you can't afford to buy repair kits or tool bags, excuse me. I may call them repair kits by accident. That's just, you know, a habit of just gaming in general, but they are called toolkits. But if you end up getting yourself into a position where your machines are broken, but you don't have any money for toolkits, and you don't have any resources stocked up, then you have to get back to hand sifting, like we did in the beginning of the game, and nobody wants to do that. Anyways, AFK farming. Okay, so this has been going for a little while now, and we've built up quite the collection. Oh, look at this! We found some Claudium ore. Not very common when you are digging in tier 1 with drills, but not uncommon. Oh shoot! And we got an onyx ore. Look at that. See, bringing all this stuff down to the bottom makes a huge difference, and we're going to start to really see some gains out of our system. Ooh, frame rate's dropping. Pick that bucket. Did not like that bucket. Ooh. Yeah. Oh yeah, I cannot wait for the optimization of the update. Alright, so we already got gold separated, so let's just dump this in. Ooh, that was nice. The gold was nice anyways. Oh, immediately. Alright, let's pour this into a bar. Let's see what kind of stuff that gives us. 5,000! You see, just the small matter of bringing the drills from above the ground all the way to below the ground. Even if we were to put this just a couple blocks below the ground, we would already be making more than we're used to. This magnet on a stick has been so helpful. Huh? Eh? problems of having too much power. And last pour. Excellent. So let's take this iron and smelt that as well. Perfect. And this bar is worth 3,000. Alright, we should definitely be able to get our stuff here. Let's get a gem of a good size. And the eagle-eyed among you might have noticed that we have not yet, oh that's sapphire, we have not yet received a time limit warning for how long we have left in our session, and that is because we have upgraded to the priority tier of GeForce, NVIDIA GeForce now. So we have a longer playtime, a little better performance, better graphics cards, all sorts of things like that. Nice, fun features. So the fact that this game was on NVIDIA was a huge encouragement to start the series, because I have been able to play this game on my own, just, you know, without NVIDIA and stuff. My computer does handle it. However, trying to record at the same time proved very difficult. Alright, I think I grabbed all the emeralds out of there, so let's just go ahead and take this. Where do we want to put this? Okay, so I've got a bunch of different little gems, very small ones. As you can see here, they weigh very little, and they're worth very little. So that's only worth $11. It's half a pound. But when we take all these and put them together, what do you get? Oops. You get someone who should nail down their machines. That's what you should get. There we go. Nail that down. So now they all compressed and they made one big emerald, which is 13, almost 13 pounds and almost 300 schmackles. So gem compressors, big deal. Okay, so our bars are hot. Let's drop them in their spot. Give them a little pop. Make our money. 10,000. That's the most expensive thing to date in this playthrough. Anyways, let's go look downstairs. I mean, by the time we got finished organizing all that, I'm sure this this has done quite a large amount of work. But we're gonna just let that sit. We're gonna let that do some more work, and we're gonna go out and buy some conveyors. So let's see. We don't have anything here, right? Nope. We're gonna take our money and we're gonna take our truck. We actually have, there we go. We haven't used this truck yet, but this actually does belong to us. You start off the game with a free truck, so it's nice. I do feel like the truck should be not free. I feel like you should have to purchase the truck, just simply because you start off with a cart, and the cart can do everything that the truck can do. Basically, you know, hold items and stuff. So let's go there. We're gonna head out to Bridgeport. We're gonna check out the stock market first, because we have to go to Bridgeport anyways for our stuff. I don't have scran for you. Okay. Let's take this. First, let's take a look at the jeweler. Let's see how much this is just the standard going rate. 10,991. All right.
You reckon you could get this for me?
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, it's already starting to look good. 102. Alright, so that gave us an extra 1,000 some odd dollars, so yeah, we'll take it. Stock market can be... Oh, and it changed right there, yeah. We just gave them, so there's not a high demand for necklaces anymore. Interesting, I didn't know that it changed automatically like that. That's pretty cool. Really makes you have to like collect all your stuff together and sell it all at once if you can. Which eventually we're going to be doing. Eventually we're going to have so much ore that we won't even know what to do with.
I got the goods if you got the cash.
Alright, let's just buy these and start loading them up because I'm running out of room. Wow, we still got quite a bit. Oh, whoops, I think I just stole that one. Oh well. It'll just disappear. Oh wait, no it won't. I didn't steal that one. Because it would have disappeared already. Okay, so we've got... how much? Wow, we've got a lot. Okay, so... let's buy these, put them on. Let's also get gem polisher and a centralizer. That'll help us out a lot. Okay, so let's buy all that, load up the truck again. Alright, we got 2,000. Alright, let's
Looking for something.
go ahead and drop that there and grab one. 2004. We can only get one, I think. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. We'll get the one. We'll use it to smelt our shards so they don't take up all of our memory. So I've got quite a bit of setup to do. So I'm just going to put all these conveyor belts into place. At least bringing them up here. I won't start making the workshop without seeing y'all first. But for now I'm just going to go ahead and get that started. So I will see you in a second. Okay, so we have conveyor belts going all the way from the bottom all the way to the top. Just need to put this in place. There we go. And this isn't going to be the final setup of our farm on our tier 1. This is the temporary. This is just basically to get this drill to start working down here while we continue to make more money and expand our efforts. If we had our entire setup underground, that would probably be the most efficient, but as it stands currently, that is not the case. Alright, let's make sure these drop in the bucket. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, those are lined up great. Let's go ahead and hand sort this mess. Close enough. Oh, well, that didn't go well. Okay, so before we go, we're just gonna make one more necklace. I got this gold bar and an iron bar weighing or worth about 3,000 coin each. Then I got this sapphire that I compressed, and that's about 539. Let's go ahead and make this and see how much this thing is worth. Oh, 9,000. 9,000. We are really starting to cook. So anyways, I'm pretty happy with how today's episode came out. We got everything moved down, so we're producing better ore. In the next episode, we're going to be cranking up the system, building our workshop so we can start separating out this a lot easier, be gone with the days of the hand sorter. Yeah, and then after that, it's just a matter of building enough iron to start replicating these drills and putting a bunch of them in place, and then we will really be raking in the money. And at that point, we'll start thinking about moving our plot and going into tier 2. But yeah, but that will be in the following episodes. Thank you so much. I've been really enjoying the warm welcome that I've seen from community. These videos have been doing pretty well, so I hope you've been enjoying them. I've been really enjoying making them, and so and once again, we are now in a better tier of the GeForce NVIDIA, so we have longer play times and better performance, so we should be able to do some really cool things, make some really big things with our engineer brain. But anyways, that's where I'm going to leave today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for more Hydroneer. If you did, please consider giving me a like, drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take care. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hydroneer. In the last episode, we moved our machines underground and started a setup of bringing all the ore up using a system of conveyor belts. And today we are going to build the processing center that all of the ore will go through. So as you see here, I've got my pipe set up, I've got my floor. I decided to do all this off camera because I don't know, that was very interesting. I just spent a lot of time going back and forth from Bridgeport, using our truck and our cart to carry everything over. And so yeah, it was just a lot of back and forth, so I decided I'll just do that off camera, nobody needs to. But as far as the actual building of the processing center, I figured that might be interesting enough for everybody to see, so we're going to do that today. As you can see here, the machine is working as per usual, as expected, and everything is going well. So yeah, so let's get back in real mode. This machine has been running since the last time you saw us, and it was running during the entire time while I was building all this stuff. So I'm very excited to see how much we got in there. But first, let's just put this all together, because I'm excited to see it fully fleshed out. Okay, so we're just missing 2 conveyor belts. I'm gonna go pick those up real fast. Okay, here we are. We got our conveyor belt, so I'm gonna put that one in there. Okay, so before we continue on, let's get the rest of our workshop set up. So we're gonna we have these cauldrons, which work just like these. You know, the ore drops in there and it smelts, but let's grab this piece of iron. But instead of having to fill up the cauldron, drop it onto the furnace and everything, it just, there you go. See, it just smelts automatically, and then I click that and I can pour a bar, and these can fill infinitely, I believe infinitely. And yeah, so these are going to be huge in our process. It's also going to save us a lot of frame rate. The more items you have in the world, you know, the worse off your game is going to get... Oh no, I bought one cauldron too few. Did I? No, I bought 2 cauldrons too few. Okay, that's fine. We'll just take this one. We'll save that for later. Alright, so we got the main 3 that is important are iron, gold, and shards. The Cloutium and the core stone. Oops, Cloutium and the core stone. We don't need smelted right away. Let's tap these down before we do that again. Now time for the gems, and each one of these gems will have its own dedicated gem compressor. Because the gem compressor can only do 1 gem at a time, so having all the gems fall into one is kind of useless. So we're gonna have them fall all into that. Actually, I might want that elsewhere, but we'll deal with that in a second. Alright, let's set up what each of these will separate out. So this one is going to be Cloudium. And see, that's why I liked separating these ores at the beginning when I got them, and just keep them somewhere. I think I got a core stone ore over there too, but because we need at least one to prime the sorter. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Terrible. I'm terrible at platforming. Green goes there. We'll do sapphire before it. I swear. Oh, here's the cauldron. Okay. I'm still 1 cauldron short, but that's okay. Thankfully, we got an onyx, so we can separate those as well. I swear. I swear. Now we need an iron. Just grab that one. Okay, so we got iron. Oh, shard. We need a shard. There we go. Alright, so we got everything sorted. Perfect. Put that there. Oh. We might need to move it 1 back. Shoot, 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 shoot. Okay, okay, well. There we go. Okay, let's move all of this back. Where's our hammer? I'm gonna stay hungry.
Looking for some.
I like how in this whole island we're the only ones who can mine or farm or any of that stuff. Everyone's set up for us, but I bet it was too. Alright, so we were 1 conveyor short. It cost 220 coin. We have 221. Keep the change. It's a tip. It's for you. Alright, I'll see you soon. You're gonna need more conveyors. Always gonna need more conveyors.
Could do with some scrap.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey up, lad.
Hey, up to you too. Enjoying the view? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry, I'm going this way too. Have your time. Enjoy yourself. Got everything we need now. And you might have been like, hey Legion, don't you have a conveyor belt over there? What is that going on? Well, that conveyor belt is set for this spot right here. I didn't want to attach it and let all the ore go up before I had a chance to set up everything. So that is why that happened. So let's just move it back one, and I'll see you when I'm done. That goes to the right, and that goes there. Perfect. Okay, I still am one cauldron short, but this cauldron, once I get it, it will go right there. That will collect the core stone and turn it into a smeltable, but we're gonna just let it do the cloutium for now. We will put this bucket though, catch any that we might make. There we are. Let's get our workshop put together. Okay, move those over. Yeah, I think I want this crucible just slightly closer. Oh, yeah, I guess I could just do it like that. I wanted something different right there, but I mean, that does work, so I guess we'll do that. Yeah, I wanted a different... you know what? No. What the hell? Oh. Alright, nail that down, nail that down. That's all good. And we will put this here for now, but have it like that to separate it. I like a different aesthetic for my smelter. But that's okay. Collect some of this random ore that's just around, and these cut sapphires. Anything else here? My drill has been broken for some time now, but I just thought that it's okay. We'll just let it be broken. We already have a bunch of materials already, so we're not hurting for resources. And we will turn it back on momentarily once we get everything set up. And this Cloutium, oh, should make a safety hatch. Yeah, so this Cloutium bar we're just gonna drop in the Cloutium section. There we go. I think it might be time. Pick this up and completely destroy our frame rate. There we go. And we're gonna just carefully drop it back down. Oof, that's real time, everybody. That is exactly how long it took. Hello, frame rate, my dear friend. And we'll keep that one hooked up. We're probably never gonna need to use the hand sorter again, but we'll keep that one plugged in. Come on. And that one will just tap into the floor. Okay, let's get these plopped in. Get that conveyor belt on, and we're gonna finish it off with this conveyor belt. And now, as you can see, we have an undisturbed line all the way from the bottom to our sorting area. So first off, let's go ahead and pick this back up, and I'll see you when we're done with that. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. All we are going to try to do is make it to that conveyor belt in the corner, and we're going to try to dump this on. Once again, this is the product of probably about 45 minutes to an hour of our drill going. Just one single tier 1 drill, but it is at the bottom. Okay, there we are. First things first, let's save. I mean, this very well could crash our game, so let's deal with this as best we can. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Wish us luck. Oh, the explosion. Oh, they all get straightened out. Oh, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, everybody. Yeah, so that's a lot of ore all at once, but it's going to provide us with enough money to make, or with enough resources to make a very profitable necklace, and we will be rich again. So there we go, the iron is being separated. And it falls gracefully. Oh, look at that. That's so satisfying. And then the gold follows suit. Then the shards, which will help our frame rate a lot. Always smelting shards. Just getting rid of them entirely is going to be great. Oh, some Cloutium. Nice, nice. And I guess no core stones. The rest of it just happens to be gems. But check this out. Those gems will go straight into the compactor or compressor, and all we have to do is reach in and grab the one gem out. And then for our contracts, we're going to have contracts where people are going to require specific weights and things like that, specific sizes of both gems and ingots, but we can always cut those using a saw or a gem chisel. So here comes the rubies. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's nice. Let's see. Let's just see how much that ruby became. 686. And now I've found that emeralds seem to be worth more. Of the previous 3, onyx are the rare, relatively newer resource. Come on, there we go. Oop. So they're actually worth the most, but out of all of them, yep. 1,700. Come on, onyx. There we go. Let's see. I think it was only 2 onyx that went in there, 2 or 3. But yeah. Whew, look at that. Alright, so now once we have this machine going, we are going to be really flying here. Let's see. So out of that bucket, we made 774 pounds worth of iron. Amazing. Let's keep this separated for now because we're going to use that. Let's get this gold, which is worth a whopping 10,000. If we were to put the iron on there as well, how much would that be? 19,000. That's pretty good, but I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're just going to drop that there. Oh, you know what? Let's go turn our machine on. Fix. There we go. So now the process has started again, and it will just chunk up some dirt, get it processed. It's going to go through here and it'll be organized, and all I have to do is pour the bar when I want. Loving it. Just move this one over a little bit. There we go. Alright, this is how I want it set up, because I want to be able to weigh a bar here and then drop it in here if I need to sort it out. But I'll explain all that later once we start making bars. Put that there. I like having a place where I can just stand and watch all my work. Drop that there. Let's see what's our most expensive gem. So that's 1,700. That's 1,000. Emerald's most expensive. We're gonna go ahead and take that. Put that there. Gonna make a necklace, which means we're gonna saw that bar in half. Drop it there. And oh, where's my hammer? Oh no, don't cool off. Don't cool off. Ooh, there we go. And then this is 14 grand. That is perfect. That'll get us everything we need to keep going. Okay, so this is going. We're doing good. We have absolutely no money because we spent it all, and even our last cent, but that's okay. We can also add these to the mix. Okay, let's go into town and spend some hard-earned money.
The shinier it is, the more I'll pay for it.
1,400. 14,000. Excuse me. 14,000. She doesn't. Oh, she does have one thing I want, which is this. This guy has a quest that we could potentially do. We're gonna take it. This is gonna be our first quest, our first job that we've gotten. No scran for you. I don't want to give you food. Nope. Nope. No tomato soup. You guys need to have better missions for me, and then I'll do them. This is the one that I want. I had to come all the way up to Icehelm for it. Okay, we're back. So now we have final cauldron that we need. There we go. And yep, so we got all the cauldrons that we need. So now every single one of the smeltable ores will smelt, and that's going to keep our object count low, which is good. Get rid of that. Put it there for now. And replace it with that. Yeah, look at that. Doesn't that look cool? I just really like the look of that. So, especially when paired with these, because it's like almost like you built that. And then lastly, let's see, where do we want our tools? Want everything kind of in a nice square little radius so I could just stand here and get everything I need. That. Oh, perfect. Oh, we forgot to pick up the gem chisel. We'll pick that up next shopping trip, which is probably going to be now. This machine is now fully functional. It will just constantly be making us money as long as the machine is working. And we are going to attempt an auto repair machine next. That way we can keep our machines running at all times and never have to worry about them breaking down. Did you know that you can take one of your carts, kind of jump on the edge of your truck like that, let go, and because of the collision physics, it basically becomes a trailer? Fun tip. Alright, so here we are at Hobson's Power Works. Open 24/7. And we are going to start getting ourselves some logic, and we are going to make an auto repair machine. So we've got, how much? We've got 12,000. That might be enough. There we go. 12,222, 12,823. That is great. Hopefully we can afford our water filters right away, but if not, that's okay. We can always spend or create a little stuff, create some wealth. Oh, did I really just drop my money in this place? Oh, that was stupid. I can't believe I lost my money in my cart like that. So now what we are going to do is we are going to set up what is known as an auto repair machine. So I'm going to show you how the first one gets set up, and then we'll do the rest of it, and I'll show you the finished product. And so that logic reader is going to it's going to spit out the data from this, and that's going to tell us what the durability of that will be. So here is the reason why we're building that whole contraption in the first place. Is this water filter hook increases the water quality, and the better quality water, the less likely your machine is to break down. If you get 5 of these on your pipe, you never have to worry about your machine breaking down. All you have to do is worry about these things breaking down. And these things break down a lot slower than your machine does. So that's 207. So here we have a little bit more complicated than necessary. Like, you don't need all these twists and turns. Just that ended up just being the way that it worked out. And yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it this way, but you could just do a straight pipe up, and then just have this all scooted out a little bit more, but I didn't really feel like doing it. So here is the water filter pipe. So they hook onto pipes like that, and you can switch them around on each side. There's no point in putting more than one of these on a pipe because only one of them works, but if you have more than one can break down, and when these break down, it stops the production. So as you see here, that number is 100, and that's because this is putting out 100%. Well, it's now 99, so let's turn that off for a second. So this is now putting out 100%, or is at 100% durability, 99% durability. And then what we do here, so we plop in, I'm going to say 5, enter. So now this number is putting out 5. So and what we have here is an equal sign logic thing. So that means that once side B and side A are equal to each other, meaning that this reads 5 because it has 5% durability left. Once those equal each other, it'll send out a signal which will go down here and it'll pop in a repair kit and then fix this thing automatically. We don't have to do anything. Let's go down here real fast. Go ahead and repair that. We'll repair that as well. So those are both at 100%. My machine was broken, so it had stopped producing money. But yeah, so we only have a tool bag with 3 spanners in it, so it's only gonna give 3 when we drop in the spanners here. But each tool bag contains 5, and we can fill this up to 20. And so all we really need to do is just every now and then just buy a bunch of tool bags and fill these things, and we will have a perpetually going mining setup, and that is the goal. So let's nail these all down, and if you want to see how this is laid out, you can pause the screen here. There are better ways of laying this out. I'm just going to let you know that now. This is not by far not the most simple of designs, but it's working for me right now, and that's kind of all I care about. So I'm going to finish it out, put all 5 of the pieces together, and then I will be back and I'll show you what we built. Okay, we needed to make a little bit more money. Let's go ahead and just pour ourselves some ingots. It's worth 3,000, not bad. This is worth another 3,000, also not bad. Let's just grab, we did that one last time, so let's grab a sapphire, which is worth 669, also not bad. $8,000, that'll do us good. Do you see how I like having all my spots together? Everything's right where I need it. Alright, so I went ahead and replicated that same design 5 times over. I did have to shift it down 1 block and move the valve control over to this side, but it does still work, as well as that working as well. As you can see here, I had my machine running so that way I could produce a little bit of ore, and just in the time that it took me to build this thing, this first one dropped down to 24%, this one to 89, and all that stuff. So yeah, just having the water on will ruin these pipes, even if nothing's going on, even if your machines are all turned off and everything. So now what we do with this is we take our tool bag, we come over here and we just kind of push it in there, and that put 5 spanners in there. We're getting some terrible frame drops right now, so I apologize for any jerkiness. You know, I don't think that I built a mine that's too big, so I'm not sure why it's having such a problem right now. Maybe I have too many items scattered about, so I'll probably clear that up. But yeah, once again, apologize for any jerkiness. That's just, sometimes it happens with this game. Once again, the April 5th update will come with huge quality performance improvements, so I think we should be fine as long as we don't explode. 10. Oh, that one went into that side, which is fine. Yeah, so you just buy a bunch of these tool bags and you fill each one of them up to 20. See, that one only took 20. We still have 3 spanners in there, so you just bring them on over. There is a way that you can set this up so those holes are facing either upwards or downwards, I'm not sure. But there's a way that you can set this up where all you have to do is drag a cart across them and they will fill. I've never successfully created that design, but I do know that is capable. So let's change this to 7. Oops, not 57. Back 7. Let me press green key. Alright, so as we see here, that's marked as 7. So now this first filter is about to go out. See, we're already at 8 now. So I just want to show you how this whole thing works. And so now I filled it with spanners. I don't need to touch it at all. I can go about my business playing this game. I can go AFK and, you know, do other things in life. Oh, there you go. See, and now it is to 100%. It used one of those repair kits or tool bags, and it brought it to that. And now each one of these works independently. So, you know, when one of them goes down, it's not going to repair all of them, and that's it's very important. That's why you have to have this set up in a semi-particular way. If you don't put it together right, the spanner hurlers will just send them over and over and over again, regardless of whether or not they need to. So you can waste a lot of tool bags that way if you don't set it up. I definitely recommend checking around, seeing different kind of designs for this, and kind of play around and see what works best for you. But yeah, that is the auto repair machine. So it looks like we've got a lot going on in there. Very excited. We'll be making some jewelry soon, and yeah, we'll be excited. We also have our very first mission or quest or job, whatever you want to call it, and that is going to start coming a lot more. We're going to just be picking them up around. For some reason, everyone wants soup, but I don't plan on making a food farm in here, not just yet anyway, so I'm gonna have to wait on that. I don't know if there's a way to reset people's jobs, but we shall see. So yeah, that was quite a productive episode. You know, we got our workshop and processing center created. It's all good. We got our auto repair machine made, and so now we can have things going even if we're not around, even if we're away from the keyboard or anything like that. Our machines will run, and those 20 tool bags in there last quite a long time, even on the most damaged pieces. So we are going to get rid of a lot of the crap that we don't need that's just littering our base right now, and hopefully that will help with the frame rate. But if not, you know, the update is coming soon, and hopefully that will take care of all these problems. And I think in the next episode we are going to work on expanding our mining operations and really get this thing just going at a fast pace. And these are only tier 1 drills, and so Once we move to our next plot and start our tier 2 farm, it's gonna get crazy. But anyways, that is where I'm going to leave today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for more Hydroneer. If you did, please consider giving me a like, drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hydroneer. In the last episode, we got our workshop and our machines and everything sorted, so that way we can constantly be making ore, which means that we can constantly be making money. There is one slight problem though. This is very slow. I don't like how slow that is. It takes forever to really build up our stores of ore, so we're gonna do something about that. What we're gonna do is expand. We need to fill this whole set up with drills. We need to be really cranking out some dirt. Make this processor work to its top efficiency, and then, and only then, will we be able to really fill up our cauldrons. Let's get to work. Okay, it's a little darker out than before because I was in screenshot mode. Yeah, that's right. I did end up cleaning up our plot. I got rid of everything that we're not using. I nailed down everything that we are. Also, we are now using a different NVIDIA GeForce server, which means that our lag spikes that we had at the end of the last episode have mostly been contained. And that provides us with 774 pounds of iron. Let's see, how much do we have here? 680. You know what, let's just put these two together and just get all the iron that we can. There we go. This is why I like having this crucible here that's, you know, separate from all these ones, is because this one's still filling up with ore, and so if I'm trying to, you know, if I'm trying to get a specific weight, I'll do this and like say, okay, say I want to have 700, so I cut that in half and take that there, and then I would throw that in here, and then what I would do is I'd do that, and maybe that, right? So there we go. So then I would throw that in there. So 704 is close to what we want. That's pretty much, it said we wanted 700, so that. Smelt it out as a bar, and there we go. We got a 700-pound iron bar. See, this is why I love this setup right here. You know, I stand here in the center. I can pick up my hot bars there. I got access to all my tools. I can weigh things right here. I can combine ore, ingots and ore there. I can combine gems there. It's just, can you get a better setup than this? I don't know. I would love to see though. I'd love to see your setups. But anyways, let's take this 700. You know what? Let's just make all of it. Just take all of our iron. We'll just bring back whatever we don't need. And let's go head out to Ice Helm. You can only buy one drill and one harvester. For the rest of it, we don't need to go on the shortcut. For the rest of it, you have to go to Ice Helm and build them. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. Ooh, if I can manage to not fall off the bridge. There we go. So, welcome to Ice Helm. Fiery Forge. Then will bring us prospects. Okay, so let's take that. Get our money in it. Get our iron bar in it. And then we are going to park this truck to access the loading dock. I'll explain all of this in a little bit. And pop it right about there. Grab our cart and come on in. Get on this rickety bridge that I had some perfect timing and came right away. That was nice. Ooh. Here we are, Ice Helm. I'm gonna go down the regular way, you know. This is the first time we've been here in this playthrough, so we're gonna do things properly. But eventually, once we start getting used to this place, we'll be just taking the shortcuts. So we're first gonna come over here to tools and equipment. And this is the little shop in Icehelm where you can buy a whole bunch of necessities like conveyor belts. I made a base in Icehelm, and I swear it took me hours, many hours of work, and many trips back to Bridgeport to pick up conveyor belts before I realized I could buy them here. I was so unhappy. And then after I realized I could buy conveyor belts here, I did, and then eventually I went to set up my workshop, and I forgot that I didn't realize I could buy smelters here. So just the entire time I kept running back and forth to Bridgeport when I didn't need to. We don't need any of that. What we need is right here. Forged iron drill and the forged iron intake booster. We don't need the harvester. I think we're only going to use our one harvester. We're going to have all the dirt get processed through the one. So this is all we need for now. It's only 266 schmackles, which is great. We still have 2,900. Okay, so now that we have our design on the platform, we come up here, we drop our iron in there. This particular item requires 60 iron. This one requires 300. So, let's see how many we can get. There you go. I made this tiny little thing, but this thing is going to increase our water pressure, and that's going to be great. It's going to make things go a bit faster. Oop. There we go. We were refunded our iron. Drop it back in, and we'll do that 3 more times. Okay, so now that we've got 4 of those, we're going to take that off. We're going to place this on. I don't remember how much the bar weighed, and I don't remember if that store has a scale or not. They do. So we'll probably just have to buy a scale at one of the other stores and bring it over here, but we'll see how many of these we can make. Oh, look at that. Our very own drill. Our second drill. Which means that it's going to go 2 times as fast. Success. Oh, I guess that's it. We're gonna take this off, and that's gonna refund us our iron bar. There we go. Put that on the platform. We can just leave those there because they'll just stay here, and that's really all we need them. So, well, I was gonna wait to show you guys the plot at Icehelm. I figured I would show it to you when we actually got here, but hey. This is a plot that we can buy. We might actually be able to buy it now. No, we can't. Okay, but we can buy it soon. Yeah, and this is a nice place. You got your little water here. You got a bunch of dirt here, and it actually goes back instead of going down. So it's an interesting plot. It makes you, it forces you to design it a little differently, and it's found here in Icehelm, which is nice because it gives you easy access to that forge, as well as that tools and equipment shop that I mentioned earlier, or that we visited earlier, rather. So let's try not to stay on that. Let's get our drills home. So thankfully, Icehelm has this handy dandy little conveyor loading dock situation. So that place that we parked our car before we came down here, all of these should land safely and carefully in the truck bed, which is very nice. It saves us from having to carry all this stuff up and down. Oh, wonderful job. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, first things first, we are going to put these forged iron intake boosters where they go. And they go right here. So you plop one down, and it actually increases the water pressure of the pipe. The better the water pressure, the faster things go, such as drills and conveyor belts. So this should actually boost us up considerably, having all four. There we go. Oh, that does look faster. Yeah, look at that. Already we're going faster. So part of our goal is already being accomplished. These we'll need to make some piping for. And I think we're just going to bring the whole cart down here rather than having to run up and down trying to collect all the bits. So we're going to replace this with this. Follow it up with that and that. We're also going to need a conveyor belt system going here. Okay, one T-pipe, one straight pipe. As well as two conveyor belts.
Could do with some scran.
You want some scran? Huh? You want some scran? Here's what I think about your scran. Ugh. Scrap! Scrap the scran. That's what I think about your scran. Here's your damn scran. You're the one that I don't like now. Luis. Whew. Sometimes it is a pain to get these carts down here. But it can be worth it to not have to keep going back to the surface. There we go. Well, yeah, I guess that works. Nail it down. Alright, so let's pop this in, turn it on. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Now let's do it with the rest. Okay, so this one is not accepting. There we go. Now it's going. Okay, so that one's not going either. Pop that in. Oh, you know what? I think I know what the problem is. I think it's that. No? Oh, I see. These are too far back. There we go. Okay, so that means that goes there. And last but not least, put that on. Okay, that's also not going. That time it was the top. See, sometimes it is. Oh, look at that. Look at how much dirt's going. Look at those ores piled up. No longer just a big old gap in between them. So yeah, with the addition of the intake boosters and a bunch of extra drills, we have successfully sped up our production, which means that we can now make more iron faster, more gold quicker. You know what? Let's do a test. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Oh. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And let's get rid of that. Oh, only a little bit of core stone. Okay. So everything is fresh and new. I am going to put a 5-minute timer on. We're going to do a little AFK farming and see how much we get just with this new addition. Let's just, you know, let's put a standard to it. Let's see what tier 1 drills can do. Alright, and that is 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and just turn off everything for a second. So everything stopped. Conveyor stopped. Drills have stopped. Harvester stopped. Everything stopped. So let us see how much did we make. So in 5 minutes, 5 drills? 5 drills. We made 371 pounds worth of iron. So we can get another drill out of that if we wanted to. Yeah, let's set that aside for another drill. Now time for gold. How much gold did we make? Also about 300 pounds. Shards, don't really care about how much shards we make, but you know, 46 pounds worth of shards that are not existing in our world anymore. Always nice. Cloudium, didn't expect to get a lot. Nope, 9 pounds. Not a lot, but these are tier 1 drills, and how much cloudium do we have over here? 76 pounds, not bad. Yeah, these are tier 1 drills, so they're not going to be getting very much cloudium or core stone. Yep, so we didn't get any of that. That's fine. Put that there for now. Yeah, so that's pretty damn efficient, I would say. I like that. I think we can leave it as is. I don't know. Nah, we'll get another drill. Why not? Make it nice and even. Give us 1 second. Let's go do that. We'll turn everything back on. Start making some more money. Oh yeah, what do my repair kits look like? Oh, 17, 18. Yeah, we've barely dipped into the repair kits. Remember how I said that they go for a long time? Also, one thing to note is that the water filters damage less and less as you go down the line. So as you see here, the 98 and the 68, these have been damaged the least amount and has been repaired the least amount because they just don't get damaged as much. It's really these first two that you really have to keep an eye on. Sometimes the third one. There we go. And we got 6 drills working now. We could put one right here at the end, just extend this out a little bit, but maybe not right now. Yeah, so this might be the last time we need to come down here. So let's take a look at what we got. It's nice. Well, that is where I'm going to leave today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like the progress that we've been getting. We are going to be ramping up and building some more things soon, but maybe some more aesthetic things. I think I want to make a little house in this area. Just a nice little place to live while we accumulate our wealth. Hopefully soon we are going to be moving to another plot of land and starting this all over again, but with better quality machines. So I am looking forward to that, and I hope you are as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this, please consider giving me a like, drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take care. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hydroneer. In the last episode, we fully expanded our mining operations to now have 6 drills, and we sped up our conveyor belts to now pump out money even faster. And I have been sitting in this position for a little while now. I did some AFK farming, so we should have a large chunk of materials to process and turn into something amazing that will give us a ton of money, and we are going to need it because today our project is to build ourselves a little house. I want to have a nice little front to my workshop. I don't want this dirt area. There's not a lot of room to build, but I'd like to have a small area that I can call my own. Off camera, I just put in this little pipe system right here, and you'll see why soon enough. Everything is still the same with our drills. Look at that. Beautiful. We are going to take these conveyor belts and we're going to create a small little conveyor system right here. Alright, so a little conveyor belt system right here. And the reason we want to do that is, here, let me grab this little piece of iron scrap bar. The reason why we want to do that is after we come here and we, bam, make our jewelry, or we come over here and we cut the bar to size that we need it to be, or whatever we choose to do, we can then just come right here, jump up, and drop it down. And what the idea is, I'll have a little platform or maybe a cart parked here. You know what, let's see the cart. See how that works. And that's not gonna work. Okay. Okay, time to make some jewelry. So let's drop that in there. We don't need iron bars to smelt anything anymore right now, so we can use all of this iron in a piece of equipment. So that is wonderful. I'm gonna drop that on the heating pad. Fire in some of that. Oh, there's more gold to be had right there. Yeah, let's wait for it now. There we go. It's another 82,000. This one necklace is going to fund our entire house. And probably more. 2,976. $6,000. Okay. But here's the thing about the emerald is we actually have a job to do for the emerald, so we don't want to use all of this right now, so we're going to drop that in there. We're going to go down the list and see how the sapphire is doing. 3,973. Alright, so let's plot in our necklace. I'm going to do an iron bar for the medallion, and gold for the necklace part, and smack. And how much is this gonna be? Oh yeah, 169,787, and that goes. See how nice that is? And then I can go and keep working on whatever I need to work on. And then when all is said and done, and I'm ready to start making my deliveries, I can just pick up the pallet that is there, drop it on the truck wherever that may be, and just go. Okay. Oh, very excited. This is coming out exactly as I had envisioned. Oh, it's looking good. Prices are up. It's only 103% extra, but that made a difference. Ooh-wee. See, now that's a reasonable request. I can get you a 17.5 pound sapphire. No. You know, you could learn a thing or two from Dolores. 6.5 pounds of tomatoes? I don't even have a farm. You want me 6.5 pounds of tomatoes? No, thank you. Come up with a better mission. Luis.
I got the goods if you got the cash.
So after all that building material, we still have 173,000. Look at us. We're a mobile home. Okay, so I have somewhat of a vision, and I'm going to try to put it here. I don't have a lot of space, as you see. It narrows over here. It's going to be a thin house, but we will do our best. So, yeah, so I'm going to get building, and I hope you enjoy the process. I'm going to try my best.
got the goods if you got the cash.
I'll trade you for some guild tokens.
Luis, you sly dog. I'll get you your iron. Thank you. Thank you. To you too. I think it's time to treat ourselves. We've been working hard. We've been spending our money only on the most utilitarian of objects. And today we are getting some stuff to make things nice for ourselves aesthetically. Like, there's no need for a house. We don't need to have a house. There's no weather for us to hide from. There's no enemies for us to barricade ourselves against. So in today's episode, we are going to treat ourselves, and we are going to treat ourselves to a Hydro truck, Mach 2, and it is bought, and it barely took anything out of the bank. Beautiful. And this truck goes faster than that one, so it's nice.
Don't mind me, I'm just mooching about.
You just mooching? It's okay, mooch away. I'm just working. I'll be mooching soon enough. I forgot to mention earlier, as it was happening, but everything that I bought in that last trip, useless, because I was expecting the roof to need more to it than it does. So that's why we scrapped everything. Is there's no real need for it. Let's get us some fancy furniture too. I mean, I think we can afford it. Let's get a nice bed. Get a couple plinths to hold our riches. Let's get a safe. Don't need a throne. Don't need a fancy chair. Let's get a fancy rug. Let's be fancy. We have a house. Let's get a decorating. Let's get to decorating. And we'll have 2 planer boxes. Oh, easy peasy. Grab a couple of these as well. But anyways, that's where I'm going to leave today's episode. I can't believe I actually was able to get that all completed. We didn't have to get new funds at all. We didn't have to forgo any certain parts of our design. I might put a little patio or a front little porch area there, but I can do that later. And yeah, it actually looks kind of good. I wish these lanterns had a little bit better placement, but what can you do? Yeah, we got a nice little area in case anybody wants to buy from us. You know, they can come straight to us. Not gonna happen, but you know, it's just for the idea. And there's room to put some stuff up here. Maybe I'll put a golden head at some point, or more plinths with more money. Got a nice little bed. We got a safe tucked securely by us. We've got a nice place where we can just look out on all that we have built. It's nice. It's nice to be able to see that and not just be in a wooden box. But yeah, that is it. I hope you enjoyed that. I will be doing that at least one more time in this map, probably again in the new DLC, but who knows what kind of construction materials we'll have there or what things will look like. But I do like the idea of building structures in this game. That was a lot of fun. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for more Hydroneer. If you did, please consider giving me a like, drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take care. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hydroneer. In the last episode, we built a full house for ourselves. Just a kind of a nice way to feel like we're at home. Not just in a workshop all the time and just, mining day in and day out. Nothing but the grind. The grind has been wearing on him, so we built this lovely home. You can see that in the last episode. But the time for frivolity is over. It is time to start working. Time to start doing these tasks that the townsfolk need. They've been crying out for soup, and we've been snubbing them every turn because we have no tomatoes. We will get no tomatoes. They will go hungry. But we have plenty of resources and minerals and gems, and we can provide them with their needs. And so we gathered this little collection of jobs for ourselves, and that's what we're gonna do today. So is everybody ready to get to work? So what we have here is a job, a little task, item, requisition, contract, if you will. And one of the townsfolk, Graham, as it will, from the town of Bridgeport, wants 1.5 weight of iron ore. But we don't have any ore in here, so we're going to actually have to grab that just right off the conveyor. So we'll just grab one random one. And that is 2.4. We'll see if we can get a smaller one. Why not? That's 2.7. Alright, 2.7 is fine. It doesn't have to be exact as long as it is over the amount that's necessary. So, 1.5 weight iron ore in the bag. So what we're going to do is we're going to test out our new delivery service. Drop that ore there, and then we're also going to follow it up with the contract. That way, if we ever can't figure out who we need to send it to, we'll know. Now here's something that I just remembered was a problem the last time. These ores don't go on they don't go on pallets. So we're gonna keep this ore in a bucket for now. If there's any other ore or gems that need to go, then they'll be put in that bucket. So that contract's done. We're only a couple minutes into the video and we've already gotten our first one down. Alright, so this one is for 35.5 weight gold bar. Are there any other gold bar ones? That's an iron ore, so that's another one. That's a sapphire, and that's an emerald. Okay. Well, let's get this iron ore then, actually. So that's a two weight, so I'll just grab that. Oh, there we go, 2.55, that'll do. Which is good because both of these are over the amount, so it doesn't matter which one we give to each person because they'll both suffice. We wouldn't be able to do these contracts with our drill on the top surface because the ore just doesn't get that big. Yeah, so it's that's why we waited until we had our full setup. Start really start working in this world. Perfect. So 35.5 pound weight gold bar. I don't know if that's pounds or kilograms, just as weight. So let's wait for the gold to not smack our lid. We just need a moment where there's not gold coming through. We're like right now. Cool. Alright, so this is going to be way more than necessary. Yeah, 6,000 pounds. We need 35.5. This is where our trusty saw comes into play. So let's first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's hundreds, I believe. Let's just smelt all that back into one and drop that back in there. So 197, that's much easier to work with. Once again, 35. I'm not going to do the math, I'm just going to be doing a lot of eyeballing. There we go. 35.5. And we won't watch them for everything, but I just do like seeing this go in place. I might need to move this over. Feel like, yeah, it's coming on the edge. We might rework that system, but not just yet. Alright, so now we're dealing with gems. We need 15 weight emerald and a 17.5 weight sapphire. Once again, we are dealing with the problem of overabundance right now. So I've got a 289 pound sapphire. The saw, however, is not going to cut it, which is why, no pun intended, which is why we're going to need the chisel. Give it a nice little diggle-ding, diggle-dings. So what was that? We needed 17? 17.5 weight. 18.12 will do nicely. So we go ahead and we do our own personal gem compressor. That'll do. And then we'll go ahead and just compress these ones back into their full form. And drop it right back into its zone. That is the right one, yep. Alright, now emerald. Same thing. Alright, so now we're just dealing with 25 weight, and we just need to get it down to 15. Let's see what we're dealing with here. 19. Yeah, I'll take... Eh, why not? Let's try it one more time. Yeah, now we're just splitting hairs. Throw these away. Throw that back. Alright, 1636, that will suffice for a 15 weight emerald. And that is all the contracts that we have. Okay, so those seem like they're all gonna stay. Let's pick up our raw material. I think we can drop that on there as well. Beautiful. And we're gonna take some funds with us. So now that we have these plinths, something that I like to do in my playthroughs is keep my money on here. As you see, I have 166,000, but I do not need anywhere near that much. I'll take 20,000. Throw that over there. Throw that there. Sometimes that happens. And then we take the rest of our money and put it right back on the pedestal. Now we've got little funds of 20,000. We don't need to carry everything on us. I think I might buy a new vehicle. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, first up we got Clyde. Clyde, what'd you need? Oh, you wanted the emerald. There you go. It's a little bit bigger than you asked for, but it should suffice.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. So he now has that token that I mentioned the previous episode when we first visited Bridgeport.
Hey there.
So we can go ahead and drop that right there. We made our first sale. First job in the bag. And now he's gonna go wander. He's done waiting for us, so he's free to roam around the world once again. I believe they stay in their position, their locked positions, once they, after a short period of time after the contract has been accepted. Somewhere around there. I want to see something, because I have never had any good luck. I've never had any luck with the Hydro Quad. It always likes to freak out on me. It never likes to drive correctly. And I've seen people drive it correctly.
Best for your business.
I know that it works. I know that it works currently. I've seen online the reason, the problem that I have, and the causes is always something completely different from what I have. It's always like, oh, you ran into an item, or it's something. It's like, no. I get on the thing and it starts shaking, but it doesn't do that. Not here, not in NVIDIA. Oh wow, this is amazing. Oh wow. Yeah, there's a glitch. I was wondering if it would happen, but it doesn't, so all I can do is really describe it, but the car would violently shake back and forth as I was driving, and I just didn't know how to fix it.
Huh? Huh?
Alright, so that's not gonna work. We'll figure something else out. We'll figure out the best way to use this soon. This is really cool. The fact that it actually works. Very nice.
Give me this, and I'll give you my tokens.
Luis, I want to apologize. I feel like we've got off on a bad foot, and to make it up for you, here's more than 2 pounds worth of iron. I hope you like that. I hope it makes
Well chuffed.
well chuffed. Thank you. I was hoping that would make up for our hostilities, or my hostility. Oh, well. Okay, see you later. I guess. We all live in the same town. Kind of have to deal with each other.
Some guild tokens.
Oh, yes. A new job. I will gladly accept that new job.
Hey there.
I am popular now. Everyone wants to talk to me.
You reckon you could get this for me?
Yeah, I got your iron right here, and it is also well over that weight limit.
Thank you.
Take those coins as well.
You reckon you could get this for me?
17.5 sapphire. How could I forget?
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. 90 coin. Well, it was a big gem. I don't think I've ever heard them whistle before. That was very fun. Bunk. I don't bonk often, but when I do, oh, is it fun? And then that would make you the gold bar.
I need something specific.
Lloyd. 144 coins for that?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Pleasure doing business with you. Come back again soon. I got a whole workshop for making stuff. Okay, so now we've got these little tokens, these T406. 406 is actually just how many I have. But the tokens can only be spent here in those cars over there. Drop that for now. And we only want, I mean, the level 3 mining equipment is great and all, but we only want 2 things. That is task board, 3 things. Task board. That's what we want. Okay, so we've got a haul of a variety of things. Mostly the task board, but I got a couple conveyor belts. Ooh, there we go. Some fancy driving there. We also picked up another conveyor belt because I decided I want to make that go a little bit taller. We're going to need a couple things though. So those 2 boards are going to be able to hold and organize our contracts. It'll make things nice and easy. Okay, let's move this situation around a little bit. Well, now. Well, we're in the mountains. Mountaineers, I don't know where we are.
Huh? Huh?
Oh, that might just work. That might just work. That's what I just said. Okay, do we really only have one task? I think we really only have one task. So let's go find some more. So this guy has a quest, and it's always the same one. It's always the same one. He will let us gain access to this castle. He just wants a 200-pound gold dagger.
Suppose you can grab me this.
Clyde, what can I do?
Yeah.
Soup.
I'd like you to make me something.
Yeah, I can do that.
I don't suppose you can grab me this.
Yes, I can. Now, the people of Grangefield are definitely going to want tomato soup, but I figured might as well take a peek. Anyone? Anyone want any metals? Precious resources? Gems? Pretty shiny things? No? Nothing? Alright, yeah, I didn't think so. We're gonna take a peek downstairs and see if anybody needs anything. Oh, thank you.
Give me this, and I'll give you a toast.
Oh, finally, something good. We're 976. Yes, sir, I will get right on it. Alright, that's enough tasks, I think. We got plenty to work on here. Let's get back to the workshop and let's get started. I want to get a couple more done before the end of the episode. So let's just try to get this one done first. 82-pound iron bar. Much more than 82 pounds. You know, let's make some money while we're at it. Throw that iron bar down. Nice, 83 pounds. I like, I could very easily just carve out 90 pounds worth of iron and call it a day, but I like being accurate. Alright, so now first test of the new conveyor system. See how it does. Nice. Solid landing. Oh, excellent. Followed up perfectly. Alright, let's just get started. Oh, this one solves that. Alright, perfect. Okay, so I can put all this gold back. Alright, let's put that back. So 46 will solve Desmond's problem. Go ahead and drop that there. We'll bring this one to the front. Let's actually bring that one to the front as well. Let's do the dagger first. Okay, so this is 35 pounds for a 34.5 pound dagger. So let's heat that up and we'll get started on that. This needs a 45 weight emerald. There we go, 45. Alright, let's make this dagger. Nice, and that is a 35.6 pound dagger. You see that in the bottom left hand corner of the screen. Go ahead and drop that and that. Alright, next thing. Necklace, 45 pound emerald. And 2 gold bars. They're both higher than the required amount, so it doesn't matter which place we put them in. 106 and 106, and we needed 95 and 97, plus we needed 45, and we have a 46. Perfect. Perfectly covers our contracts. Lastly, we need to make 200 weight gold dagger. Alright, 203. That'll suffice. $203. Perfect. So let's put that away. Put that away. It's important to keep a tidy workspace. Drop that there. Dagger, that's all we need. Look at that beautiful sunrise. Is ready to become a dagger. Alright. I'm gonna separate this one out a little bit. This is, yeah, I don't want to sell the dagger to the wrong person. While we're at it, let's make some money. Ready for some expensive jewelry? Make a iron necklace with a gold medallion. And the price is $442,499. Can you dig it?
Don't suppose you can grab me this.
Thank you.
Give me this, and I'll give you my tokens.
Thanks, I'm well chuffed.
Yeah, you had the gold bar. That should be that.
Thanks, I'm well chuffed.
Give you this, and I'll give you my tokens.
Can do.
I'll trade you for some guilt, thank you. Got any soup?
And here you are, my good sir. A fine weapon, bestowed upon you by his master craftsman. Just take it. Just take it. Thank you. Oh, hey now. What have we here? The castle, you say? Might I take a peek?
Give me this, and I'll give you my tokens.
Yeah, that's within our grasp. We can do that. 400 weight core stone bar, 1000 weight gold bar, 5000 weight iron bar. I mean, it's a lot, but we can do it. Now, what do you want? Let's, Oh.
I'll trade ya for some guild tokens.
You're one of those people. And you don't want tomatoes, you want whatever the heck that stuff is. Patu! Soup. Soup! What do I look like? Do I look like a chef to you? It's the only way to get up there, isn't it? Curses.
You reckon you could get this for me?
Blast you. I will not take that out of your hand, but I will think about it. I will think about farming. But I'm gonna go to the island soon. I can't think about farming on the island. You haven't seen the last of me.
Money does grow on trees.
See, I would love... He just said money grows on trees. I would love for them to add lumber to this. I think that could be very interesting, especially with all the trees you got going around, and you can make houses and stuff, pieces that you can build your own. I don't know, I think that'd be pretty fun.
Don't care where it come from. If it's got value, I'll take it.
Whew. So yeah, that might be the most expensive thing so far, right? Have I topped 400?
I offer honest
Thousand?
prices. All appraisals by weight.
I can't remember, but we are now
I sure am hungry.
officially swimming in it. You're gonna stay hungry, my friend. Stay hungry. We have so much cash. It's ridiculous how much coinage we have. Cause this isn't even it. This isn't even all. Oh. Why, hello there. We'll have to do something about that soon. Whew, much better. Ugh, I need to get a plunger for that. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, I think that works. All right, one less hurrah. In just that amount of time, we've already made 1,000 weight gold. Like, for a second there, I was like, oh no, what if we didn't make enough gold to do a 99 weight gold bar? What was I thinking? Alright, 28-pound ruby. 104-pound gold bar. makes that a ring. And off it goes. 34.5 pound emerald.
Huh?
£36 emerald. For Louise, yeah, we'll give her a little extra. Alright, now finally, our last one for the day. So the 1,000 weight gold bar should be pretty easy. The 5,000 weight we might have to wait for a little bit, but the 400 weight core stone bar, that might prevent us because... yeah, that's gonna prevent us because we don't have any core stone. I thought that was cloudium. I didn't pay attention enough. That's why you always read the instructions. That's core stone. Frickin' core stone. Oh well, let's turn these in.
Don't suppose you can grab me this?
Thanks, I'm well chuffed.
Thanks, I'm well chuffed.
Well, everybody, that is where I'm going to leave today's episode. I think we did pretty good. We made over 2,000 of the trader coins, and we are well over 500,000 on the regular coins. Only about 400,000 left to go to meet our $1 million mark. It's been kind of an unofficial goal, is I'd like to make 1 million coin before we reach Volcalidus. I'd like to kind of have a well-established miner, so to speak, and honestly we're like 95% there. Like, you know, we've got our homestead, we've got our workshop, we've got our processing center, we've got our mine, we've got our auto repair machine that is doing well on repair kits. That one could use with a little bit more, but still is fine. Everything is fine. This playthrough has been going as smoothly as I could have hoped. We're just kicking ass and taking names, and so for that I'm really happy. I hope you've been enjoying it. I hope you've been liking how much progress we've made in the short amount of time that we did. I record quite a bit of footage and just try to cut it down to the important bits, so that way we can kind of make some progress soon. But soon, Volcalidus will be out, and we will have a new place to journey to. If we get tired of that, or if we feel like coming back to this island, we have a new plot that we could potentially start our tier 2 drills at. We could farm. You know, or we could create a fishing farm. Or we could do all sorts of things, you know. This world has a lot to offer. But for now, we are just going to focus on making a little bit more money and waiting for the update. So today, the day that this episode is airing, is my birthday. So there's not going to be a new video tomorrow. However, the following day, the journey to Volcalidus drops, and we are going to be diving right on in, and we're going to have a video of our first look and a continuation of this series soon. For those wondering about Kerbal, I just know that I have some things in the works for both of the series, KSP, POV, and RP1. and we'll share more soon, so check out the posts for updates on that. But anyways, thank you all for liking the videos, and I want to say welcome to all the new subscribers. I've been really enjoying the feedback, you guys, and the comments, and everything has just made it a warm welcome to the Hydroneer community, so thank you again. And I will be seeing you all soon. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for more Hydroneer and for the intro to MODLISTS. And if you did, please consider giving me a like, drop me a comment, and let me know your thoughts, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.